A single-story home, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 2-car garage, over 1,600 square foot in a community that you could buy with zero down. Let's have a look. Let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of Orlandohomeshow, where strategy matters, passion rules, and I'm back in a community where you can buy the house behind me. It's a 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 2-car garage, 1,602 square foot with the all-in price of $373,900 with the base price of $357,900. So the first thing you're going to notice is that you have a really nice long cemented pathway that can easily fit 2 cars, and you also have the 2-car garage. This doesn't have a stone elevation, but I really like that you have a nice walkway leading to your front porch area. And this is a nice area to kind of, if you're into gardening and something, so it's kind of really nice. You could do something over here. You have that space and you have this nice landscape that leads to your front porch. I would definitely, if the HOA allows for it, to probably screen the front, but that's just a matter of personal choice. This is something that you do have to ask the HOA to make sure that is allowed. In some communities it is, and in some communities, once the builder gives the permission to, or once the builder HOA access is given to the homeowners, they're able to change some bylaws and it may or may not be allowed. So that is something to consider. Don't buy it just on the fact that you could. Make sure to find that information up front. So let's go inside and check this beautiful house out. Hello and welcome to another beautiful home. It's a 4 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, 2-car garage, 1,602 square foot with the all-in price of $373,900 with the base price of $357,900. The lot size is 40 by 120 and the lot price could be anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. Now guys, if you are looking for a brand new home anywhere in Central Florida, Orlando, Tampa Bay, and Ocala, this is a great resource, so please show me some love. Press that thumbs up button. I bring you 8+ models. I put in a lot of time, effort, energy in bringing you these videos for the video walkthrough. I want to show the house as it should be shown, and I'm also doing a lot of houses that are not furnished model, because I don't know about you, but for me, I can look at a piece of paper and tells me, hey, this is what it is, this is master, this is this. For me, it doesn't really make sense until I'm able to physically walk through the house and see the flow of the house, because I say this all the time, 1,200, 1,400, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, none of that matters. What really matters is how the flow of the house is and if it has the number of bedroom and bathroom that I need for my family. So it's always about the practicality of things than about the square footage, and yet there are so many people that kind of get stuck with the square footage. So please, if you are one of those, trust me, once you give us an opportunity, or once you go and physically look at some homes, you would see exactly what I mean. Now, this is an inventory home, and guys, with this inventory home, they're buying down your rate to 4.99%, giving you $10,000 of flex money that you could use towards your closing cost, and on top of that, giving you washer, dryer, refrigerator. And that's where you're going to get the affordability with most of the builders. I'm seeing some builders buying the rate down as low as 4.5%, and in some cases 4.25 for the first year, and then second year changes, but the overall rate is below 5%. And they're able to do that, especially with big builders such as Park Square, Taylor Morrison, D.R. Horton, Lennar. They buy a bulk of money up front and then pass on the savings, and they can only do with the primary residence. Unfortunately, it's not available on a secondary or a second home, but it's available on primary. So that is something to keep in mind. So as I walk in, you have the 9-foot ceiling height with the 6'8" door. This is everything that you get. You have the 18 by 18 tile, and then it's all carpet. Now, if you're going to build from scratch, and if you haven't watched my video on the do's and don'ts of building a brand new home, please go ahead and do so, because on that I talk about things that you can do with the builders and things that you shouldn't do with the builder, because it's going to cost you a lot less if you can do it later on. The other thing is, I would have loved it if the windows actually came with the blinds, especially the blind these days are magnetic ones. Remember the old days where they had the thread and you're always playing with different threads? It's nice that most builders have that, and in some cases the blinds are also included. So you have the primary on that side, and all your secondary secondary bedroom and bathroom along with the entrance to the garage, and your laundry is over here. So let me go ahead and take you over here. So this is where you have the very first secondary bedroom, and I tend to always go in the corner, kind of give you an idea. But if you want to know, hey, what is the exact size of the bedroom? What do I get for my base price? The base price of this house is $357,900. What is included, what's not included? Make sure to put that in the comment below. Reach us out and I'll be happy to send you that information so that you can see if this is going to make sense. You have this nice solid door leading to your closet space, and I like that. Most of the builders have the split doors or the rolling doors. I kind of like when it's just simple. You have a solid door, you open it up, it leads you to your walk-in closet or to your closet space, and then right adjacent to it is the very first secondary bathroom. Not a huge fan of the flexi, but guess what? For the price, in an area that is up and coming, this is something that I can get in shower tub combination. I just don't want you to get so carried away trying to make things perfect that you never make a move, and then before you know it, you price yourself outside. So that is just something that I've learned from my experience, and I'm just bringing it to you. It may or may not make sense for you, but I'm just telling you because I have clients from 2006 when I first got into the business still waiting, because they're timing the market and they think the market is going to crash and this and that. You know, real estate is a long-term play. So just keep that in mind. The white color cabinet is standard, 18 by 18 tile, undermount sink and granite is included. One thing I want to point out is that this, you see right there, it's kind of curved. I think it's called bullion or something like that. You know, English is my second language, so sometimes I do mess up, but I think you have this so it's not sharp, and I have small kids and sometimes they just run, especially my little one, he's going to be turning 5 in November, and I just want to make sure that it's there. So it's kind of nice because when you have those sharp edges, I've seen some of my clients go to Amazon and buy those things to put it in the corner because kids are kids. They're going to run around and do that. So it's nice that it's kind of curved. And then right next to it is the other bedroom. Now, I always say when you have a room like this room, like as beautiful as and sunny this is, it's a little bit dark for me. I would have preferred to have some extra lights. You get the one single recessed light as a standard feature. With some builders, you're not going to even have the light. You're going to have a fixture wired so you can then go ahead and put the light or fan or whatever you want to do. You also have the closet right behind this door. Nothing extraordinary, pretty standard size right over here. And then right across from it is my third bedroom. So all the 3 bedrooms are on this side. So it's a little bit of a bigger size bedroom. And again, guys, don't get hung up on the square footage as much as it's the flow of the house. That is the most important thing. And I know I say this in all my videos, and I say this because I know from both practicality and having shown and sold a lot of homes that that's what matters. So if you are a family of husband, wife, and a kid, 3-2 would work. And if somebody's working, one of the bedroom could be a guest room, and the other one could be an office space. But if you are husband and wife both working, maybe a 4-2, 4-2.5, or anything above that would work because you both have an office space and a guest bedroom, and then that would do the trick. So it really depends upon what your requirement is. And then you also have a nice walk-in closet with the window looking at the front of your house. And then on the other side is the master. Now, before I get to the master, I want to take you and show you the laundry area. And then I also want to show you the garage for some specific reasons. So this is your laundry area. So you basically will come through your garage. This is your door, and it's a block construction. This is something that I want to point out. This is a single-story home, so it's a block, and then it's framed inside. Most of the 2-story home is going to be block on the first floor and frame on the second. You have the attic entrance, and then you have your water heater kind of tucked away behind this wall. Not every builder does that, and then it is wired for your garage door opener. When I built my house, I had a 3-car garage, and in that one, I actually had the 2-car, which the builder gave me as a standard feature. And for the other one, I had to pay, and it cost me about $450, $500 with labor and parts. And then another thing I want to point out, which I forget, as I was coming out of the bathroom, you also have the linen closet area right there. So it has a lot of space, but I just love this, and I would have loved a little bit more extra lights, maybe an extra window. Now, some builders will give you that option. I know Richmond Homes specifically gives you that option to have extra windows, but they will charge you more for it. And with some builders, depending upon the elevation, some of the elevation will actually have the extra window built in. And I always say that stone, no stone, but if you're getting an extra window, I would definitely suggest that you do that. So please make sure that you watch my do's and don't video. Now this is your L-shaped kitchen, and what I want to point out, which I do most of the time, you have this cabinet, you have the crown molding, your microwave actually does not went outside. This is something that I would personally do, but another thing is that this is actually not an exact Lazy Susan. You know, I wish they would have done that, because the Lazy Susan, they have this cabinet space which kind of rotates, so you can put things and then just rotate it. And this one you might have to just go in, but a nice way of being able to utilize all the space underneath it instead of having it as a dead space. And the other thing that I want to point out is that you also have a small pantry. Now it doesn't show that it has the refrigerator, washer and dryer. However, this is an inventory home available at the time of the shoot, and that would be included at the time of the closing. So just before the closing, they'll furnish this house with the refrigerator, washer and dryer. And then this is your lanai area. Now with this specific model, you don't have a covered lanai, you just have a pad, which I think it's a 10 by 10 pad right there. It's on a 40 by 120. Because it's a single story, it doesn't give you a lot of room with a lot of area to be able to build a pool, but that is just what you have over here. And you're at a lot which kind of slopes down. The good thing is that whenever it rains, it pours over here, so all the water is kind of running away. But usually on a 40, 50 foot home, especially if it's a 2-story, the lot is big enough for you to be able to build a pool. And this is something to keep in mind. You know, when you buy a home and you want to build a pool, I would highly suggest that you probably, instead of building it through the builder, probably do it afterwards during the winter time, because you might be able to get a much better deal. And most builders right now, because there was such a issue with the labor and getting things, that they stopped doing it. But that is something to keep in mind, that as long as you have the lot which is big enough to accommodate that, you can always do that later on. What I do love is that in all of their homes, they actually put the extra lights in the master bedroom as a standard feature. So every single home that they have, which is an inventory or to be built, the standard feature is the lights. Now, please keep in mind, these features and these bonuses in terms of your interest rate buy down and refrigerator, washer, dryer always changes. So please make sure when you are ready, what you hear now, because I'm shooting this by the time it is available for you to see, and by the time you see it, that may not be the current price. So to get most up-to-date pricing information, please reach out to me and my team, and we'll be able to assist you accordingly at that point in time. So right over here is your master bathroom with the double sink and the granite. You also have the framed walk-in shower. And the good thing is that you actually have a light fixture right there. Some builders would not have that, but it's kind of nice that you have that light fixture. And I don't know why I didn't put that on, but as you can see, it's right there. So it's nice, it kind of lights up, you know. And then right over here is your water closet over here. So it's a nice space with the privacy door. And then right across from it, you have the linen closet and the master closet that you can always have custom built. You know, if you are good and handy, I would definitely do something so that I can really use, because it's like a small walk-in room with just this, and that really doesn't do justice. When I had my own house, I got clothes on top of clothes on top of clothes, and I can't find them. But when I changed it to a closet, a custom closet, it was a lot more easier, a lot more functional, and it wasn't that expensive. But let me know your thoughts on what you think. And guys, by the time you watch this video, a lot of things are changing in our industry. Before, when you talk to an agent, they can take you out, show you homes. Sellers most of the time paid. It's kind of changing in regards to when you now want to see a home, you have to have a buyer broker agreement. Now, in my business practice, I've always had that, because I want to work with people that want to work with us rather than take them around, show them homes and whatnot. Now, it does not obligate you to buy a home. All it says is that if you do decide to buy a home, we will be representing you. And having said that, it is super important that whenever you are looking to buy one of the biggest assets or one of the biggest things in your life, You want to make sure that you have the right representation, and you want to make sure you research the agent. Please check our Google reviews out. Please, check us online, look at our videos, see the testimonials. And if you need video testimonials, check our YouTube channel out. We post them there because for us, it's a relationship. We want to make sure that we do a good job, because if we do a good job, you're going to refer us to your friends and family, and that is the most important thing. The other thing that is also changing is that previously we were always paid through the seller, and it was negotiated by the selling agent up front when they took the listing. Now it is kind of changing. In terms of brand new, it's still the same way where the builders are paying us. On a resale, in some of the resales, we have to negotiate our commissions up front, and that is something to keep in mind. So you may or may not be on the hook to pay a buyer's agent. So that is the things that you need to. So if you haven't Googled that, please make sure to do that. Now, please keep in mind, when you call me or my team, you will be talking to somebody on my team, and their sole job is to get the information, connect you to the right agent that's an expert in that area, whether that be me or anybody else. We do a Zoom call. We want to understand so that when you are here to look at homes, we're not just taking you around on a goose chase and showing you 50 homes that none of them meets your criteria and is not in your price range. We want to ask you, hey, why you are moving? You have kids, you don't have kids. What's more important for you? And then find you homes that fits your budget and your need, rather than take you around and show you things that does not make sense at all. Because buying a home is a very emotional thing, and we want to make sure that we do our homework. So we meet you in our office at around 10 a.m. and then we are out pretty much for the whole day. And I always say this, guys, make sure to bring some snacks and bring some extra for us, because you'll be out all day and you'll be looking at a lot of models. Sometimes we show you models in a different community, but that model could be built in a different area. The difference would be the price depending upon what area you are going in. I hope my videos does bring you a lot of value, and if it does, please press that thumbs up button. We put in a lot of time, effort, and resource, and if you haven't checked out our sister channels, Orlando Living with D and Orlando Home Show in Espanol, please go ahead and do so. Check us out on Google, Zillow, Facebook. We look forward to connect with you and assist you and your family move to beautiful sunny Central Florida, Orlando, Tampa, Tampa Bay, and Ocala. Until the next one, thank you for watching. Bye for now.